This is a tutorial on the Not Sufficient Funds Entry screen, AR4600. This screen allows you to take NSF checks that have been returned from the bank and reverse the transactions that have taken place during the cash application process. It will take invoices that were applied against the check and make these invoices outstanding again. It also reverses out the unapplied cash record that may have been created during cash application if the check wasn't totally applied. We can also enter a not sufficient funds fee here, so an NSF invoice will be created for this amount. The general ledger transactions will also be created to reverse out what had occurred during the cash application process. Currently we're going to fast track into our inquiry screen, AR1100, and take a look at a customer where we've set up an invoice with an unapplied cash amount, and we're going to use the NSF entry screen to reverse out these transactions. So what we have here is a check that was entered for $1,500. $1,000 of that had been applied against invoice 3000A, showing there's zero outstanding, and an unapplied cash record was created for the remainder of the check for $500. So now if we go into our NSF entry screen and we query on the check, which I happen to know is check number 500, we can see this invoice here for the $1,000 that was paid and the unapplied cash of $500. If in the bank file maintenance screen for this particular bank number 1 we had an NSF amount entered in that screen, that would have defaulted into this field. In this case there is no NSF fee set up for the particular bank, so we can key one in ourselves, which will make $10. If the fee had defaulted in here from the bank file maintenance and we wanted to change it, or we wished not to charge an NSF fee, that can be adjusted here also. So now we simply have to just save this record. We can go back into our inquiry screen and see what has occurred. Now we can see here that first of all, this is our NSF fee has been created for $10. The invoice number that was used here comes from the invoice number field in there, our counter in the global file maintenance. Our unapplied cash record no longer has an unpaid amount, so we can no longer apply this unapplied cash. That's been reversed out. And also our invoice here for $1,000 has become outstanding again. We click on our payment details, we can see originally the check 500 paid this amount. Now the adjustment from the NSF entry has reversed out that adjustment. We're going to now go into the GL entry screen and just query upon the GL transaction that would have been created for this particular transaction. Just go through the various journals here, and we'll go to the last one. Okay. As we can see here that our AR control account has been debited for the $1,500. Our bank account has been credited for the $1,500. Our NSF fee has debited our AR control account, and this particular account here for the credit is the NSF account set up in the bank file maintenance, so that's been credited for $10. This concludes the tutorial on the NSF entry.